All right, it is time for a long-awaited update on the crypto market. What is going on with Bitcoin? I'm going to go over what I see happening here and what I think is getting ready to happen in the very short term, specifically between now and the first week of October. I think we're going to see a breakout in the market. Now, let me explain how I've come to this conclusion and what the indicators are that I'm looking at. First and foremost, I've drawn lines here at all of the halvings. First halving happened here first week of December 2012, and then first week of July 2016, 1st of May 2020, and then April 2024. Now, you notice what happens after every halving. First halving, boom, the market jumps 9,200%. After the second halving, boom, the market jumps 3,500%. After the third halving, boom, the market jumps 700%. Now, after the fourth halving, we don't know because the market has not broken out yet. That is, we have not seen the post-halving bull run that we have seen after the three previous halvings have transpired. Now, second thing I want us to look at is the number of days before these breakouts transpired. First halving over here, within 31 days, the bull run transpired. Now, of course, that takes us way back to 2012. But after that, the past two halvings have been 183 days before the market broke out and 153 days, respectively. Now, how do I come up with these numbers? Well, basically, when you look at just before the halving where the top was, I'm looking at the amount of time before we break that level, because once we break that level, that's when the market takes off. Same thing here. When we break that level, that's when the market takes off. Now, if the market takes 183 days, then we're going to see this breakout by the 1st of October, 2024. First week of October, somewhere around there, 2024. That's where we'll see the market take off. Now, the question is, when the market takes off, how high will we go? Well, the last three times we tested the top of this trend line. If we were to test the top of this trend line, what would be the top of the Bitcoin bull run? Well, somewhere around $544,000. That's if we test the top of the trend line the way we have the previous three times. However, I don't necessarily believe we're going to get $544,000, and I'll show you why. Because we've got somewhat of a regression here. This is a logarithmic regression band that we have here. And notice that we established the top of it, we pierced the top of it, we touched the top of it again. If we touch the top of it over here, you're talking about more like $200,000, maybe slightly higher, depending on when it is that we touch it. For instance, let's take a bars pattern here, take a look at the fractal here, and see, why is it always so hard for me to find this stuff as long as I've been using this? All right, so, there's one more thing I want to show you. Look at this. If we make this a weekly chart, that will give us a little bit more leeway. Notice that we just kind of move sideways in here. Let me just shut that down. Notice at the last halving, we kind of move sideways, slightly up, but sideways for that 183 days, and then boom, we break out. Now, what if we take a fractal and just kind of look at what if this happens again? What would that look like? So what that would basically look like, similar amount of time, similar pattern, it's not exact, but it takes us all the way up to the top of this line, right at around 240, even a little bit above, around the $240,000 mark. And that is by March of 2025. Now, I want us also to be aware of the fact that we've got trendline support down here at $44,518. It's also possible that we just break out of this and we don't follow any of these fractals at all, that we do something radically different. Always a possibility that we must keep in mind. But really the main thing I wanted you to see in this video today is that historically, Bitcoin halvings, within about 6 months, the breakout comes. And if we get a breakout 6 months after this halving, we're looking at around early October, end of September, early October, we could see a breakout in the market, and this could be quite advantageous. So keep your eyes open. Remember, this is not financial advice. Nothing I say is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But above all else, make it your aim to sleep in peace, wake in joy, walk in love. Cryptogenic, signing out.